How are you? Are you all right?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm bored. Can you tell?
Yeah.
How many days have you been in isolation now?
It's been a week or two now, I think.
Yeah, it's been, I think today's
Thanks,
my
to be
14th
honest.
day. Yeah, I know. It's like, what, I forgot even what day it was. It's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose that the obvious question, right, is how have you been keeping fit? Like, how have you been, like, keeping up with stuff?
Well, we've been given a program from Tom and Greg, so just been keeping up to date with that, and then adding my own little bits in as well.
So what little bits have you been adding in?
So, like, just going for a few more runs and stuff, bike rides, stuff like
You know, I can't ride a bike.
that.
Exclusive.
Really?
33-year-old man that can't ride a bike. I was always scared of falling off it when I was a kid. So yeah, I've been trying to run in the house, but it's just been like up and down the stairs, which it's not quite the same, is it? So I suppose
No.
13, day 13 of 14 stuck in the house, right? So I've been watching loads of Netflix. Have you been watching anything?
Yeah.
Have you watched Tiger King yet?
No.
Oh, you've got to watch Tiger King. Everyone watching this is going to be so shocked that you haven't seen Tiger King yet. So who are you isolated with at the minute? Are you with like your family, or
Yeah, my mum, stepdad, and brother.
is it getting
So,
to that point where you all want to kill each other?
I think me and my brother, yeah, but my mum and stepdad are at work, so it's not too bad to get a break.
Oh no, are they key workers?
They work at the steelworks, so
They've been forced to work. I'm classed as a key worker as well, but I've had to isolate for 14 days because of my mum. So when was the last time I seen you? Was it the semi-final?
Yeah, I think so.
Could you ever have imagined after that semi-final, as gutted as we all were, of course, like that it would end up where essentially everything got like what do you call it again? Abandoned, null and void. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't have expected it, to be honest now, but I guess we can't help it really.
And they seem to like the whole thing seemed to creep up on us in a little bit. But outside of like keeping fit and stuff like that, then like what have you been doing to kind of occupy your mind? Because I think we could all do with a little bit of inspiration at the minute because we're like 13 days deep.
Well, I've had a lot of college work, so not much exciting, but I've been doing college work, doing my program, and then my stepdad got a new puppy just before we got in lockdown, so I've had to look after him quite a lot.
Did your stepdad have some kind of? Did your stepdad have some kind of inside information that we were going to go into lockdown and he just decided to get a puppy, or was it just coincidental?
No, it was coincidental, so we just had to get him early. So,
have you watched any football on TV, like any of the reruns or anything like that? Because you've obviously got those like all the YouTubes and stuff are playing like full games, which I'd love to do, but I can't find any full games. I've only been there since December. I've got a few highlights, but that's it. Have you been watching any of like the games?
Yeah, I've watched a few highlights, just like ones I've been in. I've not really much, but yeah.
So you watched yourself?
Yeah. Just well, injuries, so I haven't really had a chance to. But I've been watching like the team and stuff, looking at performances and things.
Have you managed to stay in touch with anyone from like, obviously I know you're quite close with Jazz and stuff like that. I mean, I've spoken to Ben quite a bit, but have you stayed in touch with people? Have the team like done any video chats or things like that?
No, not yet. But I've stayed in, like, I speak to Jasmine a lot, and I'm always on FaceTime to Jasmine. And then I've kept in touch with Leonie quite a bit. Like today I was speaking to her because we coached together, so kind of got to keep him up to speed with all that.
Because funnily enough, that's one thing I think a lot of people don't know, but you coach like the youth teams as well with Leonie, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So for the people who don't know, what does that involve? Like what is it you do and what's your sort of plans for coaching and stuff like
that? So I kind of just do it as work experience for college, and I guess it's just another thing to add to my experience for moving forward, really.
So what is it you do at college? I've never actually asked you that. It's really bad. It sounds like I'm doing it for the audience, but I'm not. I've just never asked you it because I'm so self-obsessed.
Sport and exercise science.
What does that involve?
So like fitness testing, researching different like things within sport, psychology, anatomy, physiology, loads of stuff like that.
So do you do sports psychology within that?
Yeah.
So is that like kind of working out what makes athletes tick?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
So what makes Katie Wilson tick on the pitch?
Well, just all like the, I don't know, motivations, things like that. We haven't really gone through everything 'cause I'm only in my first year, so.
Excuses.
Just in the basics.
You just haven't been revising, have you? You've been listening to like isolation playlists and stuff like that. Now, you know what? You talked about Jazz before. Now, Jazz, right, she gets loads of stick for like her music. And I think she's got really good music taste, right? She's told this old man some really, really good songs. But do you have like an isolation playlist? Because you're quite an indie kid, aren't you? You like indie music.
Oh, I love indie, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I like a bit of everything, so I just kind of mix it up. I kind of get slated by my friends, but
why?
I just mix it up. I don't know, because they all like all the rap music and all that, and just constantly listen. But I try to get a bit of indie, like Oasis, then a bit of everything. To be honest,
that's pretty to someone my age. That's pretty cool. That's like pretty cool stuff. The fact that you like indie music as opposed to hardcore rap. Because to me, rap is still Eminem. He's still fresh and new to me,
yeah.
You see, but I think he's quite old now, isn't he? That makes me sound old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got Chris and Steph later on. I'm going to chat about like next season and stuff like that. And someone was asking me yesterday like our plans for next season and stuff like that. Has it been disrupted? But there's been like loads of change at Borough. Obviously, I'm new. Ben's not new, but his role's new and stuff like that. And a lot sort of changed recently. Even though it's going to be like a longer break, are you quite looking forward to sort of next season? Do you feel like because of the change, we're maybe a little bit more prepared?
Yeah, I think it'll be good to get back together, like repack, like just get together, train together, and hopefully the plan will be successful and moving forward.
Does it give you a bit of time with last season being a little bit hindered by injuries? Does it give you a bit more like, I know you were fit, obviously, when we went into lockdown and stuff, but does it give you a bit more time to have a bit more rehab and stuff then?
Yeah, definitely, just to make sure I'm where I need to be to hopefully be at the right level.
Does it make rehab harder being in lockdown and like stuck in your house, or is it kind of like much of a muchness?
I guess some of the things, yeah, because you need like the weights and the equipment which you can't really access. But other than that, I think you've just got to kind of get on with what you can, really.
Have you done that thing yet where, do you know where they say like you use household items for like weights and stuff like that? And like people are picking up like settees and whatnot and like bench pressing them and whatnot. Have you picked up any settees or lampshades or anything yet?
No, I haven't tried that yet, but
give it another week. Give it another week. We've got 1:30 left, right? So for the people watching, right, you've got to recommend either 5 films to watch in isolation. Actually, yeah, no, 5 films. Oh, you don't watch films? That's right. Right, 5 songs to listen to in isolation.
Bit of Catfish in the Bottom.
Yeah.
So 7 and Kathleen, maybe. Quite good songs. I like a bit of Coldplay. So Sky Full of Stars, things like that.
That is a controversial choice. Maybe the most depressing band on the planet to listen to during lockdown. But no. It's your playlist. It's not mine. It's not mine.
What else? Quite like a bit of Oasis lately. I think they're quite chilled.
Yeah.
So Live Forever, things like that.
It does kind of work for this kind of time frame, doesn't it? I've seen a lot of people like posting like highlights videos with like Live Forever over the top of it. I think it was Kevin Kilbane, who used to play for Everton and Sunderland, like posted it the other day, which is all of his goals was like the Oasis back catalogue in the background, which is a bit like it sort of weirdly worked, but yeah, I don't know. But we've got less than 20 seconds. Katie, thanks very much for popping on and talking some rubbish with me for like 10 minutes, right? I'm sure the fans are going to love it. But look after yourself, mate. Stay safe, all right?
And you. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.